amazing bread. Smells like Italian heaven. Relaxing. It's kind of like my meditation. Masterpiece. Alright, welcome back to another video of Diana's Safety Kitchen. If you don't know who I am Diana Paramoga. I also have another channel named Diana Paramoga where I have all my main stuff like my podcast with my cousin and a lot of really cool stuff. Over here, we don't use any ovens that you might burn yourself with or any knives that you might cut yourself with. So you're practically safe while your parent just sleeps away in their room. And you can make these snacks at home. We have really easy stuff that you can do. Today, what we're making is a mini caprese sandwich. This meal is actually kind of like an Italian thing. I think it's a salad originally because I have tried it, but I don't know if it's this one exactly, but we're just gonna make it and mold it into a sandwich form. And I'm here to share every single recipe I know with you guys. So how about you subscribe and we will start. Over here, going through our ingredients, we have this. This is our glaze. It's pretty much just think of it as a sauce that will add a little more flavor. Over here, you might not see them. They're behind the little bowls, but we have these little things that can pick up sauce. We have this plate for our special sauce that we're gonna make with some mascarpone cheese. By the way, you can use any cheese you like, cream cheese, sour cream, just pretty much be yourself, add any ingredient you want, like put away any ingredient you want, combine any ingredients you want. It's just, we're trying to give you some ideas here that can maybe spark out your creativity. And what we're gonna mix this pesto with this, and it's gonna create this creamy, mint greenish kind of like color, like my Labubu. If you haven't seen that video on my other channel, Diana Paramoga, I recommend you check it out. And over here, we also have some amazing bread. It doesn't have to be this fancy bread that's so amazing. It could literally just be a piece of cracker that you dip in sauce, eat it with some lettuce. And over here, we have these garden tomatoes that you might have just seen me pick. I don't know why, but like stuff that you go from your backyard or anything like that, front yard, anything by yourself, it just tastes so much better. And over here we have some other cheese, fresh mozzarella, but they're in like a shape of these little kind of balls. Not my favorite type of cheese, but they still taste amazing. This is our last food ingredient. And over here we have some different lettuce that we're gonna top off. They're called baby green. And we have like a lot of different ones, but I think we're just gonna pick some green ones. And over here we have a piping bag, which you don't have to get a piping bag. We like being a little more pretty. We cut a little bit because we're gonna squeeze on the sauce from this and the mascarpone cheese, and we're just gonna glide it onto the bread and it's gonna look amazing. So how about we get these ingredients sorted and we'll start. Mom, are we ready? Mm-hmm. Okay. So the first thing that we're gonna start with is our bread, and we have these two pieces already cut in half. And if you don't have them cut in half, it's fine. And one's for my very, very beautiful, smart sister. And the other is of course for me. So we're gonna grab this. We're gonna have our basil pesto and our mascarpone. And we're gonna grab an empty bowl. Now we'll mix this a little bit, and then actually we'll open up our mascarpone. And you can kind of see how soft it is. And we're just gonna put our spoon in. Ooh, good one. And we're gonna put it in. And I'll do about 2 spoons. And we're gonna mix this again because it likes to separate for some reason. And put this much. Good? I don't know why, but I love this basil pesto. It smells amazing. It smells like Italian heaven. And after you give that a nice stir, you should be left with this. And then if you have one, get out your piping bag and put the sauce in. After you filled your piping bag, you want to go ahead and grab your bread again. You're gonna have to just pretty much put it in half. One's for my sister again, and one's for me. I'll take the bigger one. And we'll take our piping bag and we'll kind of form like these little smooth lines. But at the same time, when I'm cooking, it feels like I'm just relaxing. It's kind of like my meditation.
A few minutes later.
Do like different designs. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You're still gonna eat it, but just for the fun of it. All right, there they go on our plate next to our tomatoes. Now the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our little mozzarella pearls and we're gonna kind of separate them because they're kind of clumped all together, and we're gonna put them at the edge pretty much. Let's put one here. Perfect. I think we should do the tomatoes next. We're gonna put in our tomatoes in the middle. I should probably do the smallest ones in the middle. Boom, boom, boom. They're all kind of clumped to one side. Boom.
Run.
Boom. Oh. And now, my favorite part. We're gonna fill these little hearts. So what I usually do is I just take out pretty much just the air I can and I put it into the sauce. So we're gonna go ahead and put our first one in, about this one. And then after my sister gets it, or I eat it myself, we're gonna just pour it on. And we're gonna do the same to the second one. Boop, 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 boop. Here's the other one. And let's put it also over here. Okay, so now we can get out this, which are tiny little greens. Oh, I think I'll get this one. Now we'll go ahead and put it on the side. And I think we're just gonna get some pretty good ones and just sprinkle it on. Make sure to actually get it on it. They're just all falling on the plate. That's pretty good. And so now our sandwiches, or Mini Caprese sandwiches, are ready, and now we can finally eat them. And again, I want to remind you that we didn't use any ovens that you might burn yourself with, or any knives that you might cut yourself with to make this masterpiece. And again, you can add any ingredients you want. You don't have to use all the ingredients we use, or you could just combine the ingredients together. It's time I share my opinion on this. And the first thing we're gonna do is, which one's larger again? I think it's this one. We're gonna get this. We're gonna grab our little thing and we're gonna spray it on. That's amazing. I could pretty much taste everything. So first way to taste it is the sweet and sour tomatoes. Then I tasted the pasta that we did, aka like the sauce thing. Then I tasted like the actual sauce. Then I tasted the like mozzarella kind of, the softness of it, and then the bread. And I could say it is fantastic. And again, I shared you this recipe, and I think I definitely deserve a subscribe, a like, and a comment about what ingredients you use. And go subscribe to my other channel, Diana Paramoga, please. And bye! Mosh, can I eat yours?